Let's take a look at wave management. Wave management means how we're utilizing and managing the minion waves that are either in the lanes in the early game lane phase, or later in the game how we're managing side waves or the mid wave in order for us to achieve the goals that we want to achieve within the game. Wave management is a really important aspect of laning, as it can either increase the safety in your lane or increase the pressure you're utilizing on the enemy laner. When we talk about wave management, and what we're really thinking about is, where is the minion wave in the lane and what is the purpose of the positioning of the minion wave? If we take a look at top lane, just as a scenario, alright? If we have a good matchup, you have vision control and you're in a pretty good situation, then the maximum amount of pressure you can put on the enemy top laner is through having a pushed wave, so that he has to farm and he has to last hit under turret. That means that you increase the chance that he's going to lose last hits because he's pressure on the turret. It also gives you the opportunity to roam towards mid lane if you want, or into the enemy jungler, or get other neutral objectives. Although, when you pressure a lane, you also increase your risk in terms of that the enemy jungler can actually come and gank you. So when you do this, you need to make sure that you actually have the necessary vision control in order to defend yourself in the process that you are, or you need to know that you're strong enough to be able to fight off the enemy jungler if he comes. If we turn it around and the enemy top laner is pushing us, or you're in a losing situation in the game, you don't really want to push up your lane because you're scared of the enemy jungler, then your optimal wave would be straight outside of the tower range, so you want to try and stop the minion wave before it crashes into turret and sort of freeze it before your turret. What happens then is that you're going to be able to last hit freely without thinking about the turret, and it's going to increase the amount of last hit that you actually get. If we're not able to hold the freeze and we're not able to stop the minion wave in front of the turret, then, well, it's going to be important that we're good at last hitting on the turret, because that's the situation that you're going to be in, right? In a later stage game, wave management can be helpful in order to set up an objective. Imagine that we're playing for Baron as blue team, and we made a slow push going in bot lane. Then we rotate all our members on the map to the Baron area. Eventually, this slow push in the bot lane is gonna keep building and keep stacking and push towards the enemy team. At some point, someone on the enemy team should go and deal with this minion wave. And if they don't, well, they lose out on a lot of minions. If one player on the enemy team actually rotates all the way to bot lane to take care of this wave, that means that you would have a number advantage situation on the Baron. Then you can either start Baron or force a fight with a number advantage, just because we actually had wave management that allowed us to get a number advantage. You could also utilize wave management to get vision control. For example, just having a push in mid lane means that it's easier for us to get vision out on either side of the river, or just a bit of deep vision. You want to utilize the time you have when a minion wave is pushed to do something productive on the map, right? When you push, that allows you to roam, it allows you to get vision, it allows you to put more pressure on the game. That's what's important. Wave management is a really complicated concept within the game, I would say. I'm gonna come back to it a bit later when we talk about the Holy Trinity. We're gonna be talking more about pressure, time management, and vision control. And the wave management sort of interacts with all of this as well, because in the end, it's all about the pressure that we provide and the safety we have around it. That's wave management.